Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to break down one of the most important ideas in all of coding, variables. Seriously, these are the secret building blocks behind pretty much every app you've ever used. And by the time we're done here, you'll totally get how it all works. So, have you ever stopped to think about this? You log into a website and boom, it says, hey, your name, or your online shopping. You add stuff to your cart, click around a bunch of other pages, and it's all still there. How does it do that? It feels like magic, right? Well, spoiler alert, it's not. Okay, section 1, how code remembers. The secret is all about how code is built to, well, remember stuff. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it works. You know, just like we need our brains to remember things, a computer program needs a way to store and manage information. I mean, without that memory, every app on your phone would just forget everything you did the second you did it. It'd be completely useless. Which brings us to section 2, variables, the storage boxes. So, how does code remember? Well, it uses something called a variable. Okay, so what is a variable? At its core, it's just a container. Think of it as a named spot in the computer's memory where you can stash a piece of info. The really important part is that this information isn't permanent. You can put something in it, use it, and then change it later. It's super flexible. You know, the best way to get this is to just picture a simple storage box. Yep, that's it. A totally empty container just waiting for you to put something inside. But of course, a big pile of identical boxes wouldn't be very helpful, would it? So what do? We give each box a unique label. This is the variable's name. A really clear name, something like username, tells us and the computer exactly what we're going to put inside. Okay, so once we've got the label on it, we can put our information inside. So here, we're dropping the name Alex right into our username box. Now, anytime our program needs to know the user's name, it just looks for that label and checks what's inside. It's really that simple. All right, section 3 is called data types, what's inside. So the storage box idea is working pretty well, right? But it does bring up a really good question. Does it actually matter what we put inside these boxes? Yeah, think about it in real life. You wouldn't pour soup into a cardboard box, would you? Or try to stuff a bike into a little ring box? No way. The type of thing you're storing definitely matters. And it's the same in programming. There are rules for this. So, in the world of code, these different kinds of stuff are called data types, and using the right one is super important. Let's look at a few of the most common ones. First up, we've got strings. That's just a fancy word for any kind of text, words, sentences, a user's name, anything like that. Then you've got numbers, which is, well, exactly what it sounds like: an age, a price, a score in a game. And finally, we have something called a Boolean. This one's really simple. It can only ever be one of two things: true or false. Think of it like a light switch. It's either on or it's off. Each one is a different kind of box for a different kind of job. All right, section 4, a simple greeting. You know, all this theory is great, but let's actually see it in action. Let's build something real and see how these boxes and data types work together. So our mission, should we choose to accept it, is super simple. We just want our program to create a personalized greeting. We want it to say, "Welcome, Maria." Okay, step 1. We write this little line of code. The first part, let username, is us telling the computer, hey, make me a new storage box and put a label on it that says username. Simple. Then that equals sign. That's called the assignment operator. It basically tells the computer to take the text Maria and put it inside our new box. Now for step 2, we're making a second box and we're labeling this one greeting. But what are we putting inside it? Well, we're taking the text welcome and then, and this is the cool part, we're adding whatever is inside the username box. The computer goes, okay, I need to check the username box. It looks inside, finds Maria, and sticks the two pieces of text together. And what's the result? Bam! Our greeting box now holds the complete sentence, welcome, Maria. See what we did there? We used one variable to help build another. And here's what makes this so powerful. If we went back and changed what was in the username box to, say, David, the greeting would automatically update to welcome, David. We don't have to rewrite anything else. Now that's why variables are so awesome. Okay, let's zoom out for a second for our last section, section 5, your first building blocks. Because what we've just covered, these aren't just little coding tricks. This is the absolute foundation of how pretty much all programming works. So what are the big takeaways here? First, variables are just labeled boxes for holding on to information. Second, data types are basically the rules about what kind of information can go in each box. And most importantly, these two things together, they are the absolute fundamental building blocks for every single program you will ever write or use. So there you have it. You now officially understand the secret of how code remembers things. This is a huge first step on your journey into coding. So, really, the only question I have for you is, now that you know the basics, what are you going to build first?